Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the show where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name is Matt, and I will be hosting today. Nope, that's not true.
Well, you are kind of hosting.
I guess I'm hosting. Helping me.
You're pre-hosting.
Yes, helping me with this intro today because I'm struggling is Neal, Ken, and Jeff. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent. I'm ready for the lack of seriousness.
Yeah, I started off with just a little bit of lack of seriousness there.
It's pretty late.
Yeah, I am all over the little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, it's 3:30 a.m.
It's not that late.
It's not that late yet. No,
Somewhere.
We're going to be recording until 3:30 a.m. because after this I have a 6-hour trivia game ready.
Oh, cool. The Gauntlet.
It's called...
It's our new game where Neal just asks questions until he passes out.
Is this our Halloween episode?
It could be. It's going to be the horror movie where
there's going to be 3 corpses laying around your office after we're done with this.
Yeah, it's going to spiral out of control. It's called the Secret Sri Lanka game. It's like being in a Sri Lankan prison. You have to answer questions to
Sri
get out.
Lankan prisons especially bad or something?
I don't know. Is it cold there?
What's your perception? No.
What's the place that I'm thinking of?
Siberia?
Oh, sorry. That's what I meant. Siberian prison.
Those are very different
Those
places.
are a little different.
Neal, you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Well,
you like gladiators?
Been in a Turkish sauna. That's like a prison.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, as I accidentally alluded to earlier, I will not be hosting this game. Joining us as host today is our Universal Champions. It's going to be Tim Edwards and Cheyenne Fletcher from Tulsa, Oklahoma. How you guys doing today?
They're like the tag team champions.
How are y'all doing?
Excellent. Thank you.
I believe they won the title in a handicap match, so it's a little unfair, but we're good with it.
A win's a win.
A win is a win. That's correct. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves, your company, and just to tell our listeners here, we're super grateful, as Matt said, that they are a Universal Champion Patreon supporter and helping our show continue to grow. So first of all, thank you very, very much for that.
Well, first of all, we're big fans of the podcast and happy to be here today. We run trivia nights here in Oklahoma. We've got a bunch in Tulsa. We're expanding into Oklahoma City area, and also have one starting in Salt Lake City next week. So
wow,
very cool.
Excited about that, and are looking to expand into other places. So if you want to host a trivia game, just hit us up at questionableco@gmail.com, and we'd love to talk with you about that and get one started in your city.
The trivia barons.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're
Taking
not quite
over.
there yet, but we have goals.
They're trivia men.
So you're in Tulsa and you're expanding. So Salt Lake City. So anyone in that area, make sure to reach out to questionableco@gmail.com.
I'm a trivia man.
I'm a trivia man.
I write lots of questions.
I guess they could use Daniel Day-Lewis as a host. Everyone would want him, right?
Yeah.
He's retired now. He's got a lot of free time.
Yeah, so Daniel Day-Lewis, hit up Questionable Co.
No promises on that one.
So it sounds like you guys are pretty much ready to host. Before we get going, why don't we send it over to the rules guy?
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
The cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Did you have a joke?
No, I don't.
So Ken, rules guy, Darren Marlar, he just read the rules. That was actually his audition to be the rules guy for Questionable Company.
Oh.
What do you think?
I think he should get the job, but it's up to these guys.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Well,
we'll see how Daniel Day-Lewis goes, and then
The game is simple.
I don't think anyone would be upset about being second fiddle to Daniel Day-Lewis. So that's like losing the finals to Michael Jordan. It's like you played the best, you lost to the best.
It's like my friend Kyle, the second best John Proctor to ever play the role.
There you go.
So today it's going to be me and Jeff versus Neal and Ken. Do you guys have any ideas for team names?
Well, in honor of Questionable Company being in Tulsa and then expanding to Salt Lake City, I'm a big fan of the Book of Mormon musical. So Ken and I, how about we be, I don't know, how about the Elders?
Sure.
We're the Elders.
Yeah.
All right.
In honor of OKC and Utah, we can be the Thunder Jazz.
Yes.
So we are the Thunder Jazz today. You don't have to remember these. You could just go on. But we will be the Thunder Jazz.
The Thunder
today.
Jazz are loose.
All right. Well, you guys take it away whenever you're ready.
All right. I'm going to be reading this first round, Cheyenne.
All right.
All right. Cheyenne's round one.
Here we go. Round one, question one. Pleasing round numbers. What Pittsburgh Pirate Hall of Famer, who was also known for his humanitarian work, is the only player with exactly 3,000 career hits?
We are locked in.
I think we're locked in as well.
Just gonna leave this one to Neal.
I'll start. I really only know one famous Pirates player, and that's Roberto Clemente.
I think you know Barry Bonds too. But yeah, he ended with 3,000. He died in a plane crash. It's Roberto Clemente.
Yep, that's right.
All right. Good start.
Thanks, Neal.
Ken looked at me like, you better know it. I was like, I have an idea.
That's
All
the
right,
only
question
pirate.
two. Outliers. Of the 7 Central American countries, 5 touch both the Pacific and the Atlantic. Name either of the 2 countries that don't border both oceans.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go with Venezuela, which I could be wrong, but I think it's towards the top, probably on either side of where Central America meets. So,
You said
Venezuela.
Central American countries, right?
Yes, Central American countries.
We said Belize.
I heard South American.
Yes. El Salvador and Belize are the 2
right.
countries.
You know what's funny about Belize? It's the location we're going to send Jeff after this podcast. And if you're
I
fans
don't-
of Breaking Bad, you'll know what's going to happen.
Question 3. Ain't no party like a trivia party. Rap duo Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin are well known for their music, as well as their roles in movies. By what collective name are they more commonly known?
I know what it is.
You said it was Chris Reed and Chris Martin.
Yes.
All right.
From
So
Coldplay?
you guys are locked in.
We're locked in.
So Cheyenne had a nice, I hope it's a clue in the category, and Ken kind of looked at me and said, you listen to rap. So ain't no party like a trivia party. It made me think of House Party, which was Kid and Play. So that's our answer.
Yeah, when I first heard those names, I actually thought Crisscross, but then when you said that they were in films, I thought that couldn't be right, so we went with Kid in Play.
That is correct. Kid and Play.
All right.
Were you guys big fans of Kid and Play at all, or no?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I've gone back and showed my son. My son's really into hip hop, and he gets a kick out of watching them do that goofy dance where they hop around in a circle with
Yep.
their legs.
Oh, yeah, they connect legs.
It's a classic.
There's a lot of fun dancing in
Late 80s.
Late
Late
80s, early
80s hip-hop.
90s. It's funny too about trivia because we're all hosts here, but the fact that you don't like Kid and Play, there's so many things that you write a nice question like you guys did, and then someone's like, "Oh, you must be a fan." You're like, "No, I just had to research."
I'm actually going to pass this next question off to Tim
Okay.
to make sure pronunciation is done correctly.
All right. Well, the category is It's Not Dick's.
Okay.
right.
The question, what sports apparel store shares its name with the colloquial name for a medical condition called tinea pedis?
Oh.
Okay. I think
You said it's a sporting goods store?
Yes. Sports apparel store.
Okay. And can you use tinea pedis in a sentence?
I've got
Sure.
tinea pedis.
We are locked in.
100%. Here we go. What sports apparel store shares the colloquial name for a medical condition called tinea pedis?
We're locked in. I'm right.
Okay.
Okay. Matt is declaring he's calling a shot like Babe Ruth.
All right. Well, Neal wrote Foot Locker.
Noted pirate Babe Ruth.
He took pedis and he broke it down into ped and put foot. Foot Lockers, definitely. I think
What else do we have though?
Cabela sounds like a.
Oh yeah,
It
Cabela's
could be a medical condition.
Well, there's Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop. I'm just thinking of like the country ones, and then hey, sometimes it helps just to say answers
I had
that
a
are wrong.
really bad
It's like,
case of Bass Pro
I can't
Shop.
come into work today. I got Bass Pro Shop.
I mean, look, I like your foot idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's Champs. Dick's Sports Authority's gone. Yeah.
Let's go Foot Locker.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the Latin for tough actin tenactin is, but you have it. You might have athlete's foot, which is the name of a shoe store.
Oh.
Athlete's foot is correct.
We need John Madden in here.
Boom.
Question 5. Suburbia. Don't you forget about me. is a documentary about 4 filmmakers in search of what director after he seemed to disappear from public life?
Neal wrote a guess. I don't have any frame of reference of that particular person disappearing from public life, but the clue certainly makes sense.
Well, that director, while they're thinking here, without kind of being cryptic, he just kind of stopped working.
Okay.
As he got older.
Lock in with it.
All right, we're locked in.
Was he a director?
John Hughes?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking John Hughes because Don't You Forget About Me is the song played at the end of The Breakfast Club.
Okay. And he didn't really make anything after...
Home Alone.
No, there's something after Home Alone.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. He made some bad stuff after Home Alone.
Yeah, but
Some
I
could
haven't
argue
heard about
most
him.
of his stuff is bad.
Yeah, basically all of it.
People who are incorrect can argue that.
There's like a couple decent films. Anyways, I think it might be John Hughes. I haven't heard from him in 25, 30 years. So
He's
He
dead.
doesn't answer your letters? All right. Let's lock in with Jonathan Hughes.
okay.
So the clue that Cheyenne gave there, other than the Don't You Forget About Me, was the 4 filmmakers were searching for him. I'm not certain on this thing, but I was trying to think of a director that would have influenced 4 big directors, or at least working directors, and John Hughes influences a lot of people, myself included, so we want John Hughes.
Yes, the correct answer is John Hughes.
Oh.
Now, I want to preface this really quick. You listen to all these podcasts, and I feel like I know some questions have popped up on podcasts recently.
Mm-hmm.
So if we run across any of those, let us know. We have some replacement.
Okay.
Oh, cool. To be honest, just to let you guys know from a behind the scenes, we'll let everyone in on this behind the scenes thing. I think we said this before, but when we edit the episodes, at least Ken and myself, I don't even remember what we edited or what was in a show. So we might forget too. So it might be on us that we don't remember, but we'll try our best.
Yep.
That's what we're saying.
Okay. Question 6. The Little Death. The English word for what common contract traces its origin back to a French word that means death pledge?
Yep. We're locked in.
We did have this on an episode before.
Did we?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what makes it so delightful.
That you guys don't know?
Correct.
Isn't little death, it's orgasm, right? I thought that's what it is.
That's what they say.
I'm pretty sure that's what they call
That's
it.
not a contract, though.
A kiss is not a contract.
Clearly, you guys haven't read the right contract.
It's
Okay.
mortgage.
Mortgage?
Mortgage.
Okay, so we'll lock in with... I'm just going to trust Ken that mortgage also means orgasm, so...
It does not.
Mort means death.
It
It's
means the
mortgage.
death of
So
orgasm.
mort and then gauge means orgasm? House orgasm?
It says nothing to do with an orgasm.
All right, we're locked in with mortgage.
Yeah, it is a mortgage.
That is correct.
All right.
I'm glad I remembered that from a previous episode.
I'm glad you did, because I was going to go down a long rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
you did anyway.
I did.
All right, question 7. Before he was mega famous, he was on 2 shows named ER, along with The Facts of Life and Roseanne, before breaking into movies and mega stardom.
We're locked in.
Is this the Clooney?
I sort of feel like Clooney may have been on ER.
Roseanne and the other shows too. Okay.
I think he was Roseanne though. That's tricky because he'd be older.
What's 2 shows named ER?
There was a show in the late '80s, I believe, called ER as well. I think it was about
Dinosaurs.
yeah.
Would Noah Wiley have been too young?
Yeah. Noah Wiley could have been a boyfriend of Darlene on Roseanne. Wouldn't he have been around that like a younger age? That's what I would think is.
I don't have any certainty.
Let's go with Noah.
Okay, let's do it.
Noah Wiley.
And we are going for a gentleman best known for his work in Solaris, George Clooney.
That's a half right answer.
Yes, it is George Clooney.
I like Solaris. All
It's our
right,
first miss.
I know it's not his top hit, but I like Solaris.
The streak, the perfect streak ends for us.
We overthought it.
You can correct us if we're wrong, but Clooney, was he like a handyman in Facts of Life?
Yes. And then there was a first ER that was E/R, and he was like a EMT, late 80s, I think.
Yeah.
It's probably when he had like the longer hair.
Yeah, I didn't know there was 2 ERs. So
I sort of can
That's
kind
pretty
of
good.
remember Clooney and
Half
Facts
points
of
for
Life
me.
now.
Good job.
But
I knew a thing.
Question 8. Pooty Poot.
All right.
The members of a Russian revolt in 1825 were named after the month the revolution took place. What are they called? A contemporary indie rock band also goes by this name.
Ooh.
I actually know a random indie band that you probably would know, but I think it's that.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Okay.
I can't believe I got this one right. All right, we're locked in. You guys can talk.
Are we thinking it's the Decemberists?
Yes.
Can you think of another indie band with a month in their name?
Let's see. 21 April Pilots. No.
It's not indie.
Ken's favorite band.
Not indie.
But also not a band.
Yeah. Ides of March. No.
No.
That's not indie.
You're my vehicle, baby.
No.
Jim Peterick. I was a guitar player here in Berwyn. Sly Stallone called me up and said, "Hey, I need a theme song for Rocky 3."
Yeah, good impression.
Kind of. He was at our career day.
Yeah.
In the science room, talking about Rocky 3. It's a true story.
We're gonna lock it with December.
Yeah. So I don't know a lot of indie bands like Ken does that he gets tattooed on him, but
Just one.
just one. But yeah.
Also not indie, really.
For the record, I'm playing so loose and free, and I feel so good with this game. It's great questions.
It's basically just going to me for confirmation on the answers.
I know I never play like this, but we wrote the Decemberists.
We were looking for the name of the group,
Oh.
which is the Decemberists.
Yeah. Well, we all said it. Points for us.
We're going to take those.
You can take those points.
We're gonna
That's
take
fine.
those points.
You guys have this. You guys have the score tab. So
True.
That's true.
yeah, ultimate-
Points for everyone.
Nobody missed a single answer this entire game.
This is all edited. We haven't answered anything right.
All right. Question 9. Don't I know you from somewhere? Beryl Evans, John Swithin, and Richard Bachman are all pseudonyms used by what author?
We're locked in.
Yeah.
Richard Bachman's definitely Stephen King.
I
Right?
believe so, yeah.
Stefan King.
Oh, wait a minute. It's Stephen King.
Yeah. Richard Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you got the name, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is Stephen King, yes.
yes, that's correct.
Yes. Question 10. Cocktails and bad writing. Gosling Brothers is a Bermudian rum distributor known for threatening people with lawsuits regarding what trademarked cocktail?
Do you want to lock in with that?
I'm
Do you have any
gonna
others?
Nah, I'm terrible at this. You know that.
Okay. We're going to lock in.
All right. So let's name some. Both of you and I don't really drink, so think cocktails with rum in them. I mean,
Cuba Libre is
what's that?
it's a rum and coke. Basically.
Rum and Coke.
It's a free Cuba.
I don't know if it's probably not a Long Island iced tea. I mean, it's possible, but it's Bermuda. So like Mai Tai. What's the other one? Not Mai Tai. Margarita. There's another one. Daiquiri. There's got to be like a.
You making margaritas with rum?
I don't know. No, that's what it's tequila, right?
All right, so
Get some
choose
weird
Mai Tai, Daiquiri, or Cuba Libre.
I mean, Cuba Libre sounds sexier, so I feel like
I mean, they are Bermudan though, so maybe not Cuban.
there's got to be some like. Oh man, I know I'm gonna know it when I hear it.
Let's say Daiquiri.
Daiquiri. Okay.
You guys are locked in with daiquiri?
Yeah.
We locked on pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure Bermudan rum is more of a spiced rum. And one of the cocktails I know that you can make with that is a Mai Tai, so we locked in with Mai Tai.
Yet the answer is dark and stormy.
Dark and
Oh.
stormy. That's come up before. We got this wrong somewhere else.
Well, after that first round, it looks like Team Elders is narrowly in second place with 70 points, and Team what are you guys again?
The Thunder Jazz.
The Thunder Jazz.
Pretty
with,
cool.
Yeah, with 80 points.
I'm jealous. I'm gonna go join their team. Just based on the name.
So before we throw it back to the guys, Jeff, since we do have a Universal Champion hosting the show today, our dynamic duo over there,
Show them what they've won.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Behind you guys, literally right now on the webcam, there's a brand new car. So
We found a brand new 1983 Yugo.
We're going to mail it in parts.
yeah, it's a kit car. Tell everyone how they can join Patreon and join Cheyenne and Tim.
They certainly can do that directly at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. As we mentioned, Tim and Cheyenne are Universal Champions. One of the wonderful perks they get, in addition to every other perk, if you're that high up, you get everything, plus a pretty cool Loot Crate style box that we've developed with some cool Triviality merchandise in there and some of our favorite little things and some jokes from the show. So
And the Triviality nude calendar with 3 pictures of each of us.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, for 12 months.
Yeah.
And in that...
Mine are redacted. My face has a black bar over it.
It makes a
And
wonderful
just his
culture.
face. The rest is uncensored.
And our merchandise is fully available now.
We've partnered actually with Inked and Screened, who's a listener of the show, to do our T-shirts. We're very excited about that. They're very high quality. They are very cool. We all have some of the first to print, and so very different styles. T-shirts, V-necks, whatever
Tank
Ken
tops.
wears.
Tank tops.
That's
Deep
it.
V's.
Stickers. You can find that merchandise with a link on our website. So if you go to our website, trivialitypodcast.com, or if you go to inkedandscreened.com, there is a tab for Triviality there you can check out.
Yeah, for all our T-shirts there.
Yeah. Matt, I know you were talking about our uptick in reviews, but we'd like some more.
So we're pretty much right at about 100 reviews right now in iTunes, which is awesome. We're
Pretty cool.
shooting for 150. Once we get to 150, we will select 5 random reviews. We'll read those on air, and we will send you a T-shirt.
And we're not just doing iTunes. So if you review us in any place, Facebook, the Google Play, whatever that's called now, I can't remember.
Google, I think it's just Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts,
Stitcher.
Stitcher. Yeah, if you rate us in any of those places, we will aggregate all of those once we hit 150 iTunes reviews. So that's our benchmark for that. We'll do another drawing where I think we're going to do 5 giveaways.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then finally, join us up over at Face Group. Join us on Facebook at our group, The Crop. You'll see Cheyenne and Tim over there interacting with everyone. There's a lot of gifts, question of the days.
I like how we're really pushing the gifts.
Well,
loves it.
people are pushing it already, and it's so fun to see people answering gifts and have to struggle trying to find an answer that fits a gift. So, kudos to all of you guys. But thank you for doing that. And then finally, to join Cheyenne and Tim on Patreon at the Universal Champion level, you will get Matt's private phone number. So, yeah.
All right, without further ado, let's send it back to the guys for the swing round.
All right. For our swing round today, we've got before and afters.
Oh, lovely.
So there's one common word in the middle that connects 2 different clues.
How many are there going to be?
There's 10.
10 for 5 points apiece.
Number 1, ESPN documentary series about Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, and Tracy Morgan. Number 2, actress who played Carol Seaver on Growing Pains replaces Jamie Foxx in a Kanye West song. Number 3, the fictional voice of George Steinbrenner throws a perfect game for his own team while supposedly half drunk. Number 4, Charles Atlas is defeated in his field by the actress who won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for Moonstruck. Number 5, the 4th installment of the Chronicles of Narnia is featured in a Carrot Top movie. Pass the other 5 on to Tim.
All right. Number 6. This actor retired from playing a psychologist in Seattle to become a pedantic corrector of people's syntax. Number 7. This actress from Splash leads a double life as a normal teenager during the day and a pop star at night. Number 8. When this actor played Cole Trickle, he used a device to keep making those left turns at the same steady speed. Number 9. Ming the Merciless shows up to fight his rival, only to hear a rendition of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, okay.
And number 10, the 2-time mayor of D.C. is also the Major League Baseball home run king.
All right, we are good to go.
All right, number 1, ESPN documentary series about Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, and Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, we locked in pretty quickly with 30 for 30 Rock.
We also had 30 for 30 Rock.
I would definitely watch this series. It was 30 for 30 Rock.
Yes.
Can Alec Baldwin narrate, please?
How about Tracy Morgan narrate? I think
yeah.
better. Number 2, actress who played Carol Seaver on Growing Pains replaces Jamie Foxx in a Kanye West song.
This one's killing me because I can't remember her first name. So we said Julie Golddigger.
Yeah, we didn't know I couldn't think of the actress, so we just knew it was Gold Digger, so we went Hannah Gold Digger.
So close, yet so far. It is Tracy Gold Digger.
Tracy, that's right.
Yeah. That was one of those we knew once we heard it.
She was definitely mentioned on the show at some point.
Yeah.
I just didn't remember the name.
Number 3. The fictional voice of George Steinbrenner throws a perfect game for his own team while supposedly half drunk.
Oh, it's Larry David Wells.
Ah, Wells. The only thing I knew about this was Jimmy Fallon, I believe, is the one who was drinking with him the night before because he told a story on The Tonight Show. But we just knew it was Larry David, so we put Larry David Seaborn. I don't even know if that's a player.
It's not.
Well, it is Larry David Wells.
Yeah.
Number 4. Charles Atlas is defeated in his field by the actress who won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for Moonstruck.
We'll go first and say that we had nothing. I'm sure Neal has a little bit more of insight into this one.
Well, yeah, originally Ken and I had Cher written down, and then Ken was like, I think she won for Best Actress, not Supporting Actress. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, he's right. And then I remembered she was in Steel Magnolias, Olympia Dukakis. When I thought of Olympia, I remember Charles Atlas, I believe, was a weightlifter, and one of the events that Arnold Schwarzenegger was competing in was Mr. Olympia. So we put Mr. Olympia Dukakis.
That's awesome.
Well done.
Yeah.
Mr. Olympia Dukakis is correct.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
The 4th installment of the Chronicles of Narnia is featured in a Carrot Top movie.
One of my favorite movies, sadly, when I was like 7 years old. This would be the Silver Chairman of the Board.
Oh, that's right. Chairman of the Board.
Yeah, we thought a silver chair, and we were just naming a couple ones like Prince Caspian. We settled on the horse and his boy Wonder.
It is the Silver Chairman of the Board.
I forgot about that movie.
I believe Caspian's 5.
Well, okay.
just as a reference point.
Great.
Maybe the greatest clip from the Conan O'Brien late night show is when Norm Macdonald and Courtney Thorne-Smith were both on. She was on to promote Chairman of the Board, and Norm Macdonald just savages her
the entire time. Yeah.
You should go find it. It's on YouTube. It's
go see Chairman of the Board.
Yeah. Yeah.
This should be a good one, huh?
Your lead man's a red-haired guy, huh? Yeah.
All right, number 6. This actor retired from playing a psychologist in Seattle to become a pedantic corrector of people's syntax.
That would be the Kelsey Grammer Nazi.
Yeah, we had Kelsey Grammer Nazi.
I'm not great with grammar.
Kelsey Grammer Nazi is correct.
Scrambled eggs.
Number 7, this actress from Splash leads a double life as a normal teenager during the day and a pop star at night.
We went with Daryl Hannah Montana.
We also went with Daryl Hannah Montana.
Ours was a little bit more of a guess.
Daryl Hannah Montana is correct.
You probably had the second part pretty...
right away.
Yeah, the two of us looked and we're just like...
Well, I mean, together we have the best of both worlds.
Well, I know Jeff and I will go to a park and we'll sit at a table where people are playing chess, and we'll have really rich debates about if Hannah Montana or Sunny with a Chance was better. So, and then Matt jumps in and he goes, "I love Wizards of Waverly Place."
No, it's dog with a blog all day, every day.
Matt, you're fired from the podcast.
All you youngins should know that Saved by the Bell is by far the best.
Well, Bayside.
Zach Morris is trash.
All right, number 8. When this actor played Cole Trickle, he used a device to keep making those left turns at the same steady speed.
This Tony Scott film opposite Robert Duvall, one of my favorites, Tom Cruise, looking dirty and sweaty in a race car in Days of Thunder. So Tom Cruise Control.
What did you say?
We thought maybe it was related to Talladega Nights, so we said Ricky Bobby Millie Bobby Brown.
It was Tom Cruise Control.
That's a good one.
That's correct. I think that's where he met Nicole Kidman, I believe.
That is correct, and that's where he was set up by the leaders of Scientology. Yeah, that's where they
exactly.
set up their meet cute.
Number 9. Ming the Merciless shows up to fight his rival, only to hear a rendition of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Rang 29 times. Matt and I together pulled this one out of our collective behinds. Once I told him it was Gordon Lightfoot, we figured out it was Flash Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That Ming the Merciless. Yeah, that's forgive me, John.
Max von Sydow.
Max von Sydow. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't know, so we just put the War of Iron Maiden because we weren't sure who did the other Edmund Fitzgerald thing.
It is Flash Gordon Light.
I told you it was a folk singer, not a metal song.
Why? Well, we didn't know, though. We didn't know.
Number 10. Two-time mayor of D.C. is also the Major League Baseball home run king.
God, home run king's Barry Bonds, and I can't remember this mayor's first name. I might just be thinking of Marvin Barry, but I said Marlon Barry Bonds.
It's your cousin Marvin.
Well, we said John Barry Bonds.
It is an M. It is Marion Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I had
so
it in there
disappointing.
and just wasn't coming because I got stuck on
That was a great round,
on
guys.
your cousin.
Thanks.
Marvin Barry.
Glad you liked it.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a before and after. So before we get into the second round, anything else you'd like to tell us about yourselves, gentlemen? About what you do outside of trivia? I don't know why I said that in a Canadian accent, outside, but either way.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to talk about?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, Geneva, who's my 9-year-old daughter, and Miles is my 14-year-old son, and also my wonderful wife of 19 years, Amanda.
Wow.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
And also good idea with the extra shout out to your wife.
And shout out to my 15-year-old Sam and 12-year-old Jack and my wife Amity, who is nothing short of a saint for putting up with me.
There you go. That's an even better shot.
Hey, now, come on.
You can't raise the stakes like that.
All right, take away round 2 when you're ready.
All right. Round 2, question number 1. What's in a name? What kind of cake gets its name from its recipe? It requires an equal amount of butter, sugar, eggs, and flour.
Ah, really? That makes sense.
Okay,
Okay.
that's the amount that's in there.
I think so.
We're
Okay.
in. We're locked.
Okay, so
You can talk.
you guys are locked in. We're between, I think, a buttercream, but that might actually be a type
That's
of
like a
icing.
filling or frosting.
Yeah, so you said pound cake. 'Cause you think
Something
those-
tells me that it has everything to do with the weights.
And it has 1 pound of each, maybe.
I'm not sure, but I
That's a
do
lot of
kind of
pounds.
remember. Yeah, but you can make a lot of cake.
That's
Will
true.
Smith said 7 pounds was a lot.
Yeah.
And he gave it up.
Spoiler.
So
I remember looking up pound cake once and trying to figure out why it was called pound cake, and I think it had something to do with the weights and measures of the ingredients.
you weren't trying
So-
to make a pound cake?
I was not. No,
Okay.
it was an intellectual exercise.
That sounds boring. We're gonna lock in with. We're gonna lock in with pound cake.
Oddly enough, when you make a bunt cake, you just stick the baseball bat out in front of you and wait for the ingredients to fly straight at it. But
I would
we went
prefer
with
a suicide squeeze cake if you ask me.
we went with pound cake.
Pound cake is right. It requires a pound of butter, pound of sugar, pound of eggs, and a pound of flour.
You know, Ken.
I made a
That's why-
kilo cake the other day. Oh baby!
Well, Ken wanted to try opening up his own business called the Celebrity Cake Store, and one of his best cakes was a CCH pound cake.
That was a long walk around.
Hey, Ken, how many times better is a kilo cake than a pound cake?
Depends how much cocaine you use.
2.2.
There you go. I love CCH Pounder, by the way.
So
She's
do I.
great.
She's great. That's why I used it.
It's 2.2 times better.
It is.
All right. Next question. Squeal like a wild pig. Take the name of an Olympic track and field event, add an A to the end, and you have a relative of a wild boar. What is the track and field event?
If any of you say shot, you're out.
I was considering it.
Ken and I work best when we can talk it out. We're just going to type in some track. We're going to write out some.
Oh my god.
You guys are gonna
Stop
talk it
looking
out.
straight at my page, Matt.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I think.
I really could not resist that one.
Really?
Sorry.
Unless you could think of
Let's think of
a
some.
track and field event that sounds better when you add an A to the end of it.
Okay, we're locked in.
All right, here we go. Rapid fire, high jump,
Warthog.
long jump, shot put, biathlon, decathlon, 100-yard dash,
All right, we're gonna lock it with javelin.
javelina,
Yeah.
Javelin.
The Daddy
This is
Yankee
the-
song.
javelina. That's why I totally was thinking of the same thing.
Yeah, if we locked in with javelin.
If you add an A to the end of it, you have a javelina, which is a little wild boar relative that lives in the southwest U.S. The correct answer is javelin.
Yeah.
Nicknamed
Yeah.
Pitbull from the 305.
Mr. Worldwide.
This is a weird episode.
Speaking of,
They
question
usually
3,
are.
the round mound of laying around. Considered one of Shakespeare's greatest characters, what rotund knight makes appearances in both Henry IV plays? Also, he appears in The Merry Wives of Windsor.
Okay, we're locked in.
We're like then.
I think Neal has a picture of this in his bathroom, right?
Yeah, a naked picture of this character.
That's exactly what I meant. Because he have that poster with all
Yeah,
the
the
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare
You know
Yes.
what's funny, and not to be too graphic, but the poster's right above the toilet. So anytime that I use the bathroom,
Staring right at it.
I'm staring right at it. I've noticed like 7 typos, and I paid a decent amount for that, and I'm kind of angry about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to write a letter.
The only
It'll be
one
an
I-
iambic pentameter.
The only one I ever remember is from, is it The Winter's
Whamader.
Tale? Antigonus exits chased by a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the only one I ever remember from that poster.
So do you know this one at all?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I got nothing here. Sir Hefty.
I hear he has good bags.
This is a tough one.
That should be the mascot for Hefty.
Yes, I can see that.
John Cena's the mascot currently.
Mm-hmm. Can't see him.
Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank on this.
Yeah, that's a shame. We got nothing. What do you guys got?
So I'm going to give it to Ken to answer, but
Why? You're the one who knows the answer.
so most recently it was portrayed by Tom Hanks in a outdoor performance.
Oh, it's Sully.
Yeah, it is Sully. It is Captain Sullenberger. No, the answer is Falstaff.
Falstaff is correct.
Wow.
The category is, what do you call someone who hangs around with musicians?
Ken.
Max Weinberg was the drummer and band leader for Conan O'Brien when he was the host of Late Night on NBC. Prior to that, he was best known as the drummer for what famous backing
You
band?
know that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all locked in.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll tell a little story here. Back at University of Iowa, when I believe it was John Kerry, John Edwards were running for president, 2003, 2004.
Sad year.
Yeah. So a lot of people came through the campus to campaign. For some reason, Josh Hartnett was there.
and we've heard about
We've
this.
heard this. But
Who else was there?
Who else was there?
I have not heard this.
Oh, you haven't heard this? So
No.
Josh Hartnett was there. All the sorority girls came out to see Josh Hartnett to try to get a picture with them, and then he said like a sentence, and he's like, "Hey, vote."
That was
you know.
that was like after Pearl Harbor, but not enough, where everybody
Right.
realized it really sucked.
Yeah,
Not just regular sucked.
exactly. Before he did 30 Days of Night, and he just said like a sentence, and then he just bolted. So everyone was disappointed, and everyone left. But then I saw through the back tent, since I'm a drummer and Ken is a drummer, Max Weinberg come over, and I was like, "Hey, big fan of yours." And he's like, "Oh, thanks, man." And then he kind of just stood there awkwardly, and he's like, "Do you have a symbol or something for me to sign?" I was like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "All right, well, have a good night." But he was the drummer for the E Street Band.
Yeah, back in the Boss, E Street Band.
That is correct. He was the drummer for the E Street Band.
Perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, number 5. Not that kind of speed bag. The Speedy 30 monogram bag is a classic purse designed by what company?
We'll let them lock in
What-
because
yeah.
he's
What's
not gonna be
monogram?
helpful, and I wanna-
Is it-
Initials?
Oh, well, that changes things.
They're all initials.
Not all
No,
of them,
no,
but
no,
a lot
no.
of them are. I could think of several.
No, my dear friend Matt. I'm a man. I'm a man of purses.
What do you know about purses?
I bought a lot of
Lay-
them.
Lay it on me.
What
You've held a few purses.
held a few purses.
I'm sure you've held more than the average share of purses in your day, based on your Neal stories.
Oh, actually, that there's a story there.
No,
You just made me think of one.
we don't need any more. The
Do it.
story's
I'll
good
make it
enough.
quick.
Do it.
When I was
That's what
studying
she
in
said.
London, there was a party for my group, my semester, whatever have you, it was on the Thames. Big yacht, huge party, all the students and whatnot. This girl came up to me and she's like, "Hey, we're gonna go dancing on the dance floor of the yacht or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, awesome!" I was like, "We should all go dance." She's like, "Hey, can you just like hold my purse while I go dance?" And then I felt terrible. I was like, "Okay, I'll hold it," and I held it for like an hour.
An hour?
Yeah, and then being the nice guy that I am, her and her friends all were wasted, and I had to walk them all through London at like 2 a.m.
When you say nice guy, you mean stooge, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got poked in the eye basically. But I held the purse. I got him home safely. We had a couple guys try to scream at us on the street, but it was all okay.
All right.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I assume you know the answer to this question then.
We're not locked in, right?
Nope.
So yeah, I'm
We're
just
not
thinking
locked
of
in, so if you want to write something down so I could talk about it.
Neil's locking in right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Louis Vuitton's the obvious one.
Yep.
That seems like a monogram.
Yep.
And it's part of the pattern.
Yeah.
And there's like 30 of them on the damn purse.
I mean, Louis Vuitton was the first one that came to mind.
Yeah, and I think that's the most famous like logo as far as like a symbol.
As far as high-end brands, I would think so, yeah.
Okay, we're going to lock in with Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with this one. Ken wrote down Kate Spade, which was that's one of Colleen's favorite purses, but
I don't think she monograms.
Yeah, I don't think she monograms either. So I wrote down Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, Chanel, Gucci, and Dolce & Gabbana. I was kind of leaning towards Italian. I don't know why, just because Speedy 30 and Classic, because classic purses are Italian. So it was really between Louis Vuitton and Dolce & Gabbana, but I ended up going Louis Vuitton because there's LVs on everything.
Are they French?
They're French, yeah.
Well, they do put it everywhere. Louis Vuitton is the correct answer.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a long way around.
Yeah.
We got it.
All right, number 6. Your category is Ronin.
Ooh.
What term?
Sorry.
What term, central to the gig economy, comes from an old word for a mercenary knight?
We're locked in.
Do you have any ideas then? Freelancer, is that a lancer's?
Oh, yeah. That would make sense. I could guess that wouldn't be too terrible.
Okay, we're gonna lock him with freelancer.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a good answer.
Yeah,
I think they're right.
Yeah.
But I know that a unattached knight, or I've heard the term errant used in knights, so I translated that to errand.
Well, freelance is the answer we're looking for.
All right.
It's our first
Nice
miss.
pull, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
This round.
This is my game. I don't know what's going on.
I will
here.
say, I want to tell you guys too. What is it? Question 7 here. This is probably one of my favorite games I've ever recorded.
Yes.
So you guys are great.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Well, the next question 7. The category is: do you like pina coladas?
For 3 of them, no.
The island group that consists of Cuba, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and Hispaniola has a 2-word name. Half of that name is shared with the group of smaller islands in the Caribbean, and the other half relates to the size of these islands. What is the name of this group of bigger islands?
We're locked in.
All right.
All I know is Aruba, Jamaica.
Yes.
Ooh, I want to take you.
We're locking in with Kokomo.
Bahama.
You guys are locking in with Kokomo?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay.
I believe this is the Greater Antilles.
I always think of Les Antilles.
It is the Greater Antilles.
There you go.
It's funny going through these questions and having heard you all so many times, like knowing exactly who's going to get.
We are predictable.
Yeah, we are. Yes, that's correct.
All right, number 8. You had one job. The Altamont Free Concert was a festival organized by the Rolling Stones and the Grateful Dead in 1969. What organization was hired to provide security at the show?
You good?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're locked in.
Yep.
This did not go well for them, if I recall.
No.
Yep. Someone unfortunately got stabbed. We went Hell's Angels.
Yeah, we said the Hells Angels.
The Hells Angels is correct, and they did not do very well. All right, question 9. This is the category. Betty bought a bit of butter, but she found the butter bitter, so Betty bought a bit of better butter to make the bitter butter better.
Using Bitcoins.
Number 9. The bell, the bow tie, the ball, and the boot are the names of the 4 shapes of what specific food item?
We're locked in.
It's a pasta.
Yeah.
It's bow tie. Oh man, this is a question I got wrong a long time ago too. Oh man.
We have to be more specific than pasta.
I would stake.
Okay.
Arancini? No, that's a cheese. I think
We have to be more
Put your money
specific
away.
than.
it's a pasta.
We have to be more specific than saying pasta.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
The bell, the bow tie, the boot, and what?
And the ball.
Oh, maybe not. I know there's a bow tie pasta. I could be way off, though. I could be out of my element.
Oh, Kolachkis.
Oh, yeah.
I do like a kolachki.
Kolachki? That's
A
pretty
nice
specific. So.
Poppy seed kolachki.
Is there a bow? Not a bow tie, but what's the other one? A Betty? Sorry, that wasn't one of them.
So they got lost in
A
translation
boot?
over there.
A boot?
You know,
Continue.
much ado about nothing.
I think we need to take a break. Take a breather.
No, I'm having the time of my life.
Let's say a Kolachki.
Kolachki? That's pretty specific, but I'll lean. We're doing pretty well this round, so we'll go Kolachki.
So this is on Jeff, and if this answer is ridiculous, that's his fault.
No, because the correct answer is Chicken McNuggets.
The correct answer is Chicken McNuggets.
Oh, God.
At least I was never going to get that. So.
And those are all taken from specific chicken parts that are shaped exactly that way,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, yeah, right.
Matt looked at me like I had like 3 heads.
That seems crazy to me. So, but carry on.
Hey, man, some people are connoisseurs, you know? Question 10, Taste the Rainbow. Novels published in 1850, 1887, and 1905, and set respectively in the Massachusetts Bay Colony, London, and post-revolutionary France, all share what specific color in their title?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive we're locked in.
What are you thinking?
I think it's Scarlet for the Scarlet Letter for the first one that he mentioned. I really don't know about those other ones, but Scarlet Fever.
London would be a study in Scarlet, which is Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, we're locked in with Scarlet.
That was the logic I had. Scarlet Letter, A Study in Scarlet, and the last one I just guessed was for the pattern.
Scarlet French something.
That is correct. It is Scarlet. It is the Scarlet Letter, A Study in Scarlet, and the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Pimpernel, yep. We have 165. If my math is correct, I had...
We have 200.
All right, so here we go. 5 categories. Category 1 is the Double Deuce. Category 2 is The Name is Dalton. Category 3, A Polar Bear Fell on Me. Category 4, Don't Eat the Big White Mint. And number 5, It's My Way or the Highway.
You feel good about any of these?
No, but I know they're all references to
Yes. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Yeah.
Don't eat
I like how you're not saying it just in case Neil missed the mystery theme.
or the giant poster behind.
I did not feel he missed
Just
it.
wager as you see fit.
We are locked in with some wagers.
As are we.
Excellent.
Number 1, the Double Deuce. What is the last name of the main character in the novel Catch-22? All right, you ready for number 2?
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The name is Dalton. Dalton Trumbo was a blacklisted screenwriter who wrote Roman Holiday and Spartacus, among other movies. What actor portrayed him in a 2015 movie? It's earned the actor an Academy Award nomination. Question 3, A Polar Bear Fell on Me. Polar bears were kept in cages at Hydra Station on tropical Hydra Island by what fictional TV group? You can give me the name of the group or the pronoun used to refer to them.
I actually hoped that question would be about that.
Oh, that's so cute.
Question 4, Don't Eat the Big White Mint. According to this brand's packaging, Retsin, that's spelled R-E-T-S-Y-N, is the most important ingredient in what breath mint? And number 5, it's My Way or the Highway. You guys are in Chicago. We are in Tulsa. If you wanted to drive from Tulsa to Chicago, you could take Route 66 all the way. But if you went the other direction and drove all the way to the end of Route 66, you would end in what California beach town?
Okay.
Let's split up.
Mm-hmm. All right, all the answers are locked in. All the wagers are locked in, so let's go back to the host.
Final round, number 1, the category was the Double Deuce. What is the last name of the main character in the novel Catch-22?
We wagered actually Oakland Fives all the way down.
Yep, just keep it easy.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, just keep it easy here.
We did 15 all the way down.
Oh,
Okay.
Very interesting final round here. We are hoping Catch-22 is a sci-fi autobiographical book, and we put Heller.
That's not a bad guess. We went the classic Lucky Johnson.
The correct answer is Yossarian or Yossarian.
So close.
Should have said the lucky Yossarian. That's what I wanted to bet. Jeff wouldn't let me. It's on record.
That's the Armenian equivalent of Johnson. Number 2, the name is Dalton. Dalton Trumbo was a blacklisted screenwriter who wrote Roman Holiday and Spartacus, among others. What actor portrayed him in a 2015 movie? It earned this actor an Academy Award nomination.
Trumbo, famous screenwriter, wrote a lot of stuff on the blacklist, as they said. I'm just going to quote Jeff Healey from the movie Roadhouse. Not that this actor is like this, but as Jeff Healey says in the movie, when asked about Dalton, with him and he'll seal your fate. So we went with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, I do remember LBJ being really brutal.
Are you saying that he is the danger?
Yes.
I am the one who knocks. Yes, we said Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston is correct. Number 3, a polar bear fell on me. Polar bears were kept in cages at Hydra Station on tropical Hydra Island by what fictional TV group? You can give me the name of the group or the pronoun used to refer to them.
You guys go first here.
We have both.
So 95% of our debate on these questions came on this one, and Neal was thinking. We both agreed it was from Lost. I have not seen Lost, but Neal finally came up with
the Dharma Initiative.
You got the harder one.
Yeah. More simply, they were just known as the Others. But yeah, the Dharma Initiative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Correct. The Dharma Initiative or the Others are the polar bear keepers. Number 4, don't eat the big white mint. According to this brand's packaging, retsin is the important ingredient in what breath mint?
Yeah, we weren't really sure on this one. We're hoping that retsin is the fresh maker, and we said Mentos.
Oddly enough, we kind of went through some mints, and we tried to pick one that was differentiated from others, and we loved the chewiness of Mentos.
Well, it was not the fresh maker, but it is Certs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the one I was thinking of, the white one with the little blue in the middle.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I couldn't come up.
I wouldn't have gotten the name either.
Mint Lifesavers.
So that's the blue, the asbestos, or whatever it was
I
called.
believe so.
Retsin.
Retsin.
Number 5, it's my way or the highway. If you wanted to drive from Tulsa to Chicago, you could take Route 66 all the way. If you went in the other direction and went to the end of Route 66, you would end in what California beach town?
Yeah, funny, we live right off Route 66, which is so you could take it right down to Tulsa for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live 3 doors down from it.
Oh, let's head on
kryptonite.
down after that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, if I go crazy. We were kind of stuck between a couple of beach towns. My initial gut said Venice Beach, and then I kind of got hung up on Santa Monica, but we locked in with Venice Beach.
Yeah, Ken and I wrote down Malibu Beach, Long Beach, Santa Monica Beach, and Venice Beach, and we kind of just settled on Venice Beach.
Well, the correct answer is Santa Monica.
Damn it.
Oh,
All right, after all the scores being tabulated, today's cream of the crop is the Thunder Jazz with 185.
The cream of the crop!
And the Elders don't even get their score read, so
Nope.
that's fine.
that's it.
160.
We had 160.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
You
important.
played very well.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it was not enough.
Like I said, it's probably my favorite, either my favorite or one of my favorite games I've ever played. This is wonderfully hosted and written, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks a lot.
Thanks for playing. Well done.
Yeah, we need
Thank
you.
you.
We need you back. This was a great game. It was a lot of fun. We'll have to do it late night again because I feel like that'll
Yeah, good energy tonight.
bring the juices,
Yeah.
especially the chicken nugget sauce. So, why don't you guys tell us a little bit more
It's all about the Szechuan sauce.
where people can find Questionable Company and if they'd like to play or they want to maybe host for you guys?
The easiest way to do it is to send us an email at questionableco@gmail.com and just tell us that you're interested in hosting, and we'll get you set up with what you need and get you on your way.
Yeah, or you can go onto Facebook. But I think we have a really fun little. Our interaction is really good. It's kind of like a family-ish atmosphere. You know, we're like tonight we're watching all the scores as they happen
Cool.
to all of our games.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Venues, yeah.
Yeah, and we're connected to all the hosts. If they have any issues, they just send us messages, and we either yeah, you know what? We messed up that question. So
cool.
give them credit. Or it's like, no, this is the reason why. That's not quite.
So you're the war room in Toronto, basically.
Yeah,
that's true.
exactly it.
That's really cool. Make sure you guys reach out to Questionable Company and follow them on Facebook. We'll throw a link in our show notes for this episode. Any last words, Jeffrey?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm satisfied.
Jeff won. He's happy, so we get satisfied. Jeff
Jeff can sleep in his coffin tonight for a little while.
Yeah.
I do my best sleeping in my coffin.
Yeah. So thanks again to Tim and Cheyenne for hosting. Thanks to Jeff, Neal, and Ken for being in studio. My name was Matt, and that was Triviality.
Get our scores up to date here. I have so many different sheets in my hand.
I know.
Better take
If only we had some kind of scorecard.
Find
Jeff.
I've been creeping round your backstairs. Come on, I've got Gordon Lightfoot on the brain.
On the blur.
For that, I'm leaving it all in.
All right. What's your score?
No singing.
110.
110. Okay.